Evie's room was a mess of wonder. Stacks of books, toys, and puzzles littered every surface. The morning sun streamed in, casting a warm golden hue over her belongings. Among her many books, one stood out, a leather-bound ancient tome with a shimmering title, The Evolutionary Epics. Curiosity piqued. Evie gently picked up the book, the pages brittle with age. The first page held an ornate inscription, "To the curious soul who finds this, prepare for a journey like no other." As she continued to flip, a gust of wind emanated from its core, pulling her into a vortex. The comforting pink walls of her room faded as a vast, endless ocean appeared around her. Floating in this primeval sea, Evie's heart raced with excitement and trepidation. "Where am I?" she whispered, her voice echoing in the watery vastness. Around her, the vast ocean teemed with life, but not the life she knew. Instead of colorful fish and corals, the water was filled with tiny, glowing entities. Mesmerized, she reached out, and one of them approached, a delicate, pulsing creature with a radiant center. "Hello, young traveler," it whispered with a voice like the softest chime. "I am Proto, one of Earth's first inhabitants, a simple, single-celled organism." Evie's eyes widened in awe. "So, this is the very beginning of life on Earth?" she asked. "Indeed," Proto replied, pulsing brightly. "Our world is simple but essential. We are the pioneers, the first chapter in the story you're about to witness." As they floated, more of Proto's kind joined, creating a luminous dance. But this serene moment was interrupted by a mischievous chuckle. From a swirl of colors emerged Time's trickster, a whimsical figure with a cloak of galaxies and stars. His eyes sparkled with mischief. "Why linger in this simplicity?" he teased, drawing a whirlpool with his finger. "The real drama is ahead." Evie, however, felt a profound connection to Proto and its kin. "Every story starts with a beginning, and I want to experience it all," she declared, setting the tone for her epical journey. With a gentle ripple, the ocean around her transformed. The calm blues deepened, and the simplicity of the primordial seas gave way to a bustling aquatic metropolis. Creatures evolved before her very eyes, from simple organisms to complex marine life. She was joined by Finn, a sleek silver fish with iridescent scales. "Welcome to my era," he exclaimed, swimming loops around an excited Evie. Finn introduced her to a world where life was diversifying at an unprecedented rate. They explored underwater kelp forests and ventured into the dark abyss, witnessing bioluminescent wonders. Evie felt the rhythm of the ocean, the dance of predator and prey, and the emergence of intricate ecosystems. But Time's trickster was never far behind. Eager to add drama, he summoned a colossal storm. As waters churned, Evie saw the struggle of marine life. Some sought refuge, others banded together, showcasing the power of unity. From the depths of the aquatic realm, Evie suddenly found herself on the shores of a primordial landscape. The beach stretched endlessly, and in the distance, vast forests loomed, hiding untold mysteries. The air was rich with the scents of damp earth and growing things, while the ground squelched under her feet. Next to her, a curious creature, half fish and half reptile, emerged from the waters. "Greetings, traveler," it croaked. "I am Terra, an early amphibian, an explorer of both water and land." Evie was thrilled. "The first land creatures," she exclaimed. With Terra, she ventured into a world where evolution was taking dramatic leaps. Plants grew taller, competing for sunlight, and the skies were filled with early insects, buzzing and fluttering about. Creatures like Terra were adapting, developing sturdier limbs for the terrestrial realm. But as they navigated this unfamiliar landscape, the trickster's mischievous laughter echoed. Without warning, the ground trembled. The sky darkened, painted with fiery plumes as volcanoes erupted. Ash, smoke, and molten lava painted a scene of chaos. Through this cataclysm, Evie saw firsthand the relentless challenges that drove life to adapt and evolve. Amid the fiery landscape, certain creatures sought refuge underground or in the waters, showcasing nature's indomitable will. A new day dawned, and the world had transformed once again. The small ferns had become towering trees, and the skies echoed with unfamiliar yet fascinating calls. Evie found herself in a dense forest, the air thick with anticipation. Suddenly, a shadow passed overhead. Looking up, she saw a magnificent pterosaur gliding gracefully. But her awe was short-lived, as a gentle rumbling vibrated the ground beneath her feet. From the thicket, a herd of triceratops appeared, grazing peacefully. Among them was Dina, a young triceratops, who greeted Evie with a friendly snort. "You're not from here?" Dina observed, her large eyes studying Evie curiously. Together they roamed this prehistoric world. Dina spoke of the dynamics of her herd, the predators they faced, and the challenges of survival. As they strolled, the trickster, never one to resist creating upheaval, whispered of an impending doom. The sky, which had been clear and blue, slowly began to darken. A distant point of light grew rapidly larger. An asteroid. Evie clutched Dina as the world prepared for impact. They watched as the sky lit up, feeling the earth tremble beneath them. Though the asteroid's devastation was inevitable, the lesson was clear. Nature, with all its unpredictability, was always in control. The post-apocalyptic chill gradually gave way to new life. As the dust settled, the world was once again teeming with creatures, but these were different. They were smaller, warmer, and decidedly more furry. Evie found herself in a lush meadow, and a small creature scurried up to greet her. "Hi there, I'm Mammy," it chirped, its whiskers twitching with excitement. Mammy, with its soft fur and keen eyes, introduced Evie to the age of mammals. They burrowed into tunnels, climbed trees, and explored vast grasslands. Evie learned how these creatures survived the cold using their warm fur, how they cared for their young, and how they formed communities for protection. Their world was intricate, filled with nocturnal hunters, burrowing critters, and vast herds. But the trickster's penchant for drama was unyielding. With a sly grin, he summoned a glacial age. Ice and snow enveloped the landscape. Creatures adapted, developing thicker fur, storing food, or migrating to warmer lands. Evie, cuddled up with Mammy in a cozy burrow, realized that life's journey was about resilience and adaptability. A gentle rustling stirred Evie from her cozy burrow. As she stepped outside, the scene was ethereal. The sky was painted with every hue imaginable as countless birds took flight, their feathers shimmering in the golden sunlight. Hovering beside her was Flit, a vibrant hummingbird, wings a blur as he kept himself aloft. "Ah, Evie," he chirped, "welcome to the age of avian wonders." With Flit leading the way, they zipped through dense forests and soared above vast canyons. From the colossal albatrosses skimming the ocean's surface to the majestic eagles reigning supreme in the mountains, birds had colonized every niche. Evie learned about their diverse songs, intricate nests, and the art of migration. But as they reveled in the avian symphony, the trickster's shadows loomed. He conjured monstrous, prehistoric birds that challenged our smaller, modern-day counterparts. It was a breathtaking aerial duel, showcasing nature's constant dance between the past and the present. Evie witnessed the importance of adaptation, with agile and smarter birds outmaneuvering their larger predators. As the aerial spectacle faded, Evie felt a shift in the earth beneath her. She was now in a vast grassland, and far on the horizon she could discern the silhouettes of massive creatures. The rhythmic thuds grew louder, and soon she found herself amidst a parade of colossal mammals. "Evie!" boomed a deep voice, and she turned to see Mamo, a mammoth with grand tusks curving skyward. "You've arrived in the epic of giants!" With Mamo as her guide, they roamed these expansive landscapes. There were giant ground sloths, saber-toothed cats, and herds of woolly rhinos. Evie marveled at how these creatures survived harsh climates, their thick fur and fat reserves protecting them from the cold. Yet the trickster's influence was pervasive. Intent on showing the vulnerabilities of these giants, he summoned early humans with their tools and hunting strategies. A chase ensued, revealing the impending challenges that would lead to the decline of these majestic creatures. The scene posed poignant questions about coexistence and the impact of evolving intelligence. Emerging from the grasslands, Evie found herself in a bustling early human settlement. The air was filled with the hum of activity, fires crackling, children laughing, and the distant sound of drums. Among the early humans, she met Luna, a wise elder with a spark of curiosity in her eyes. "Evie," she greeted, "you've now reached the epoch where the world started to change at an unprecedented pace." Luna showed her the innovations that set humans apart: fire, tools, art, and language. They wandered through caves adorned with paintings, depicting tales of hunts, gods, and nature's wonders. Evie learned of early myths, legends, and the birth of culture. The trickster, however, was keen on showcasing humanity's dual nature. While he reveled in their achievements, he also highlighted conflicts, overhunting, and environmental impacts. The scene became a reflection on responsibility, raising questions about the balance between progress and preservation.